In the year of Lucius Licinius Lucullus, Rome was prosecuting several wars of self-defense, most notably in Greece, where Lucullus himself was commanding the legions. With everyone's gaze directed at the provinces, few could have known that a seemingly inauspicious event in Rome would become the central fulcrum around which the fate of the Republic would turn. The paterfamilias of a venerable patrician house had passed away unexpectedly, and a senator by the name of Vitellius Scaevola had made a bid for the hand of his eldest child. His widow alone believed that Scaevola had poisoned her husband and now strove to take his place and claim his property through marriage. Acting in secret, the widow arranged for her youngest child to be taken out of their villa in the dead of night and smuggled out of Rome.
Did you hear me, Domine? Your body is surely present, but your mind seems somewhere else. Our departure was very sudden, I know, but do not dwell on the past. Better to focus on what's coming at you. I asked the Triarchus how close we are to Lesbos, but he would not give me a straight answer. Indeed. In his defense, there are many islands on this sea, and they mostly look the same. Will you check with the Triarchus? Hopefully he will give you a clearer answer. He told me his name is Geminus. You were the authority of your ancestors well. I'm sure he'll give you what you want. You should also go and thank Quintus Aquilinus. I do believe he saved our lives with his timely appearance at the villa.
You found your silex quickly, Domine.
You handle the sea better than most. I'm glad. The timing was fortunate, but there is no need to thank me. The consul sent me to get you. Please, call me Kaiser, if it's not too familiar. My subordinates call me Centurio, my superiors call me Aquilinus. My friends call me Kaiser. With all due respect, I'd better not. Ah, she did not keep you apprised. Your mother has secretly been making arrangements with the consul. You are to join his command staff as tribunus. You will have very little responsibility. The tribunus of the Legio assists the legatus while they learn how to command a military organization. You will not see combat, nor will you make any important decisions. You'll be safe, as your mother wanted. That is certainly not what your mother wants for you, but I admire your courage. Talk to the consul about it. One word of advice. I know Lucullus is a friend of your family, but remember, he is the consul, elected by the people to rule all of Rome. It's best if you don't act too familiar with him in front of his men. For many years I was the primus pillis of Legio Prima Italica, which he commands. He needed someone he could trust to get you out of Rome and keep you safe. That position has already been filled by one of my centuriones. A good man, easily up to the task. My job now is to watch your back and help you settle into your new life. Happy to be at your service. I had a brief talk with that gladiator who boarded before us, just to make sure he won't give us any trouble. He seems to have vanished, though. The young man over there, Gaius, is apparently the nephew of the other consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta. He's here to become a tribunus as well. You should talk to him if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll have much in common.
I heard he's running from a senator who wants him dead.
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Solway. It is a pleasure. I am Gaius Julius Caesar. Not at all. But keep in mind, I'm not the most experienced soldier either. That's a long story, my friend. Suffice to say, the powers that be are not fond of me. I have decided that staying in Rome could be, shall we say, hazardous to my health.
What is he looking for?
He's been like this all morning.
Forgive me, I did not intend any disrespect. We have only a short time left to go. If not for the lack of wind, we would be there already. But I will push the rowers harder. Wait. Ah, shit. They're headed straight towards us. They're gonna ram!
Get your father's weapons. Let's see if you can actually fight. Gaius, are you all right?
I'm fine, Centurio.
Form up! Let's get these pirates off our ship!
I'm fine, Centurio.
Form up! Let's get these pirates off our ship!
with that thing. I've lived other lives before this one.
Where's that gladiator who boarded with us?
Up there!
Never underestimate the value of an impressive entrance. Hades cannot contain me.
One more left! Come on! We can do this! Back to Neptune's asshole, barbarians!
The Triarchus run us straight into the pirate ambush, Supreme. Allow me to execute him right here and right now. This traitor must be working with them. Don't be naive. This was no random attack. They were out for blood.
It is quite unusual for pirates to attack any ship, let alone a heavily armed Roman galley. They prefer to attack lightly defended coastal towns instead. It's less risky and more profitable.
Well, let's go talk to the man.
Geminos, you steered us into a trap.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I had nothing to do with it, I promise. They came out of nowhere.
Silence! You utter nonsense! By Mars, it is the sea! How can anyone come from nowhere?
We cannot execute a man based on no evidence. Besides, we need our Triarchus to make it safely ashore.
What do you say, kid? What do you think we should do?
We are, many of us, important people, on our way to join the action against Lesbos. Is it not conceivable that the rebels heard of us? The Kingdom of Pontus is known to sponsor pirates, to harass and weaken Rome. I do not believe we have any reason to suspect our Triarchus of colluding with them.
Very well. We shall spare his life. But remember, mercy is a luxury you will not always be able to afford. I will hold you to your word, young man.
Thank you. If you ever again need the help of a skilled navigator, I am at your service.
Rowers, up the tempo! And keep your eyes open.
Gentlemen, welcome to Lesbos, the pearl of the Mediterranean.
An ugly nest of pirates.
An impenetrable fortress of pirates, more like. With an infinite food supply thanks to the strength of their fleet.
We shall find a way to limit this infinite supply then.
You think like an imperator, Gaius. All right, people. This is Lucullus's war camp, the heart of our operations in this territory. You have been seaborne for a long time now. I suggest you walk it off. See the things you have to see, and meet the people you have to meet. The consul waits in the command tent. Don't be too late if you don't want to see him angry.
Domine. I am hungry and my face is wind-burned, but at least both of my feet are planted on solid ground now. To save your life, of course. She firmly believes the Witelli killed your father. Sending you here was the best course of action. The Moirai rarely care about our wishes, and sometimes to do one thing, you have to do another thing. Dominus Lucius Licinius Lucullus was a close friend of your father's, and a supporter of your mother's efforts. He is now the closest thing you have to a father. Besides a good wine, a warm bath, and a thorough massage, not much. Thank you. I would get used to my surroundings and visit the consul as soon as possible. We're here to accomplish something.
How long are they going to keep us here?
It's driving me crazy too.
Saw Agrippa harassing that old Service with the limp again.
That small dick bully. Did you tell the Praefectus?
This is not going to work, as long as the rebels keep receiving supplies by sea.
We will need to cut their supply lines. It's an operation for our occulta speculatores.
Don't joke about that kind.
By Jupiter, you sure have grown up, haven't you? This is the promising young man I was telling you about, Thermus.
Quite unassuming, but full of potential, I guess. Prime material for the speculatores, if he can prove himself.
A special cohort assembled for particularly daring undertakings.
Soon enough, you shall see the kind of thing they are tasked to carry out.
Misplaced confidence can be as dangerous as incompetence. A trial by fire is what you need. Now pay attention. We've been in a deadlock here on Lesbos for some time now. My co-consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta, is engaged against King Mithridates of Pontus in the east. Mithridates is using the pirates of Lesbos as his navy.
The fortress of Mytilene here is well protected, but it also has a weakness. There's a mountain pass we can utilize. I will lead the assault myself.
I volunteer for the vanguard. If my uncle can defeat Pontus, I can surely handle Mytilene.
So be it, then. Meanwhile, you will prove yourself as a leader, my young ward. Take Caeso Quintius Acollinus, your Servus Cineros, and that gladiator who came with you on the ship. You will meet up with Iulius Calidus of my legion Speculatoris. Your mission is to sneak into the harbor and destroy the enemy ships any way you can. I expect you have questions. If you're worried about your future political prospects, have no fear. We will tell everyone you served as my tribunus with great distinction. If you are fast, you may yet play a part in that. But for the assault to succeed, you must do this first. Prove yourself, and you will be able to name your companions. However, you will want Calidus on your team. Trust me. That doesn't make what we're doing any less important. Mithridates has a dozen warriors for each of our legionari. Defeating Pontus will require patience and caution. Regaining control of the Aegaeum Mare is a crucial step in cutting off Mithridates' supply lines. Wait, are those your father's old weapons? I'm sure they mean a lot to you, but look, the leather is brittle. This won't do. Visit my smith, Sextus, and get yourself properly equipped before you go.
Salve, Legionari. If you're here to get your weapons fixed, you must have me confused with Vulcan. Was he buried with them? This leather is fossilizing. Help yourself to any of the gear on the racks. Take all of it if you need it. I have enough work on my hands right now supplying the consul's Centuriones. You'll have to bring your own materials if you want any work done. I've nothing to spare.
We might be at the wrong spot. There's no one here.
Leaving so soon?
Where did you come from?
Calm down. I am Julius Calidus of the Occulta Speculatores of Legio Prima Italica. I presume you are my reinforcements. All right, great Prime. See that warehouse? They store Greek fire there. First order of business is to steal it. Unfortunately, the moment we move into that warehouse, they will sound the alarm. So, we should be quick. All right, let's go then. There's a small camp of sentries just down this hill. If we hit them first, they won't show up as reinforcements.
But then the ones inside the warehouse will hear the fighting and be ready for us.
You have touched the matter with a needle. The choice is yours, Prime.
Look alive! The Romans are here! How did they get so close?
Couldn't have done it better myself!
just lie down and rest my eyes.
Honor means nothing if you're dead!
Just one more!
I feel so tired.
These people are so weak.
May Hercules! The enemy is upon us!
I tend to subscribe to this policy.
Do it. Do it. do it.